Hi everybody and welcome back to Pending the Real Meal. I am Cymone
and I'm Jacqueline
and we are a mother-daughter duo from Jamaica. This week on our channel we'll be heading to
India.
Yeah. And the food that was prepared for us today was prepared by my co-worker, and she was so gracious and so nice, and she made several awesomely smelling and looking foods. All the food that we are eating today is vegetarian. Okay, if you guys don't know about India, the population is around at least 15 to 30% vegetarians. Yeah, most of the others don't eat beef as well,
right?
But there are certain territories that are allowed to. So if we could try these out, we'll just get right into the video. So guys, please be sure to like, share, comment and subscribe on our video, and if you wish, turn your post notifications on so you don't miss out on any of our videos. So guys, the first place we are heading to is the Ragini Market, which is in Delhi, and it's one of the biggest markets in India, and a lot of music videos and shows were actually filmed in that location. So it's a place where you can buy clothes and jewelry for really cheap. A lot of the clothes that never got approved to be sent to other countries for sale, they end up there and are therefore, you know, sold at ridiculously dirt cheap prices. Yeah.
Wow.
So
can't wait to see that.
So today guys, we're gonna start out with some snacks. We've never had snacks on this channel, but my co-worker has prepared some amazing snacks for us here today. The first, as we said, or probably haven't said, we don't really know the correct names for these things, but the first one is this. We can just
like Rice Krispies, right?
Yeah. It's not a bit like Rice Krispies. It's kind of spicy.
I'd love to try this on some of the meat. Very nice. It's the only thing you could watch television and eat.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's just a spicy snack. A nice little cake.
Yes.
Peppered and crunchy. And then the next thing we're gonna try is Indian popcorn.
Indian popcorn.
Yep.
Interesting.
Indian popcorn.
Very nice.
And she put this nice little savory, like salt seasoning on it.
Zero calories, right? It's very. It has some
nice little balls.
I'm dying to hear what she said she put in there, because it has a really nice spice.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real corn. Is it? You think it's corn?
Maybe. Because it's exploded a bit. So I think it will be like corn, yeah. This is definitely some snacking food, like just watching a movie and just eating this.
Definitely.
What's really interesting to know about India is that 70% of the world's spices come from India.
Yeah.
And 40% of the world's mangoes also originate, or are packaged and produced in India. So we have a lot to be grateful for, because who doesn't love mangoes?
Exactly.
And who doesn't love spices?
Definitely.
So yeah.
And of course I have to mention that when Christopher Columbus discovered the West Indies, he thought he had got to India because he was searching for spices. He was searching for India and didn't want to go around the coast, the coast of Africa, and so he opted to go west instead of going east to find India. that journey, he walked up on these sets of islands, thinking it was the Indies. Came back and told the king and the queen that it was the Indies. And when they eventually found out it wasn't the Indies, they called it the West Indies.
Should have been the fake Indies.
Fake Indies.
So guys, now we have a rice dish, a chickpea dish, and a cauliflower and peas dish. So we're gonna start by trying the rice dish.
Okay.
This tastes like a meal in itself.
Tastes like curries in there. Very good.
This is really tasty. And if you don't know by now, we're eating from the Taj Mahal. This is in Agra.
You can't go to India unless you go to the Taj Mahal.
It's said that it was built for a Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Very sorry if I pronounced any of that wrong or all of it wrong, but he basically built it for one of his most favorite wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was built between 1631 and 1646, so it did take quite a while to build.
He must have loved her. And yeah, there's mention of the fact that there are 300,000 mosques in India and 2 million Hindu temples.
Wow. So there is a lot to see.
Oh, religion.
There's definitely a lot to see there.
Wow.
Yeah. Alright, so now we are gonna try the chickpeas.
Okay.
So that is. Now this has a little of a kick to it.
Some tomato sauce and maybe lemon or something. Ooh.
Feels nice.
Spicy. Probably have to eat it with some of the rice. It's peppery.
Okay, so another amazing place that you need to go to when you go to India, I think, is Bollywood. The problem is that up until today, or yesterday, or whenever I was researching, I had no idea that Bollywood was not a specific place. It was not just one, like you know how Hollywood is one maybe strip or whatever. There's no one Bollywood. Bollywood is just the term that they used to refer to Indian movies and plays and shows. That whole creative media industry. They, however, do have tours in certain places where you can go and be a part of, or not be a part of, but watch them create these films and, you know, just see what's happening. The name Bollywood was a mixture of Bombay and Hollywood as almost like a knockoff for Hollywood, which a lot of critics were very much against, because Bollywood's shows are amazing. Like, yes. I don't know if you've ever been to a hairdresser in Jamaica, but these people are absolutely
playing Indian movies.
Yeah, their storylines go on forever, and there are stuff that, you know, the typical Western show or, you know, movie
they don't have those
does
lines.
not have. So definitely, if you can, guys, just watch an Indian film and get into it. It's really not that bad.
Right.
India is actually the second most populous country in the world.
Two? Must be China.
I think so.
China would be number one. Interestingly, you're not allowed to take rupees out of out of India.
So guys, spend all the money when you're there.
It's illegal to take rupees out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Alright, so the last thing we are about to try is the cauliflower and peas.
Right.
Let's see how that goes. Wow.
Very different.
Yeah.
All three things have different flavors, eh?
It's kind of sweet,
but it still
spicy.
has spice.
Yeah, I think all three of these meals have 3 different
flavors.
types of curries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is interesting because in Jamaica we tend to only have one curry, and we call it Indian curry, so like. But there's just one curry that we use, so curry goat, curry chicken, curry rice. We don't have curry rice like that, but yeah, anything with curry in it, you're likely gonna find one curry. Which I think for a long time I thought there was only one curry as a result. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so we're now at the Elora Caves. Did you know that there were 100 caves at the site? Can you imagine? And all excavated from the basalt cliffs in the Sharanandri Hills. 34 of these caves are open to the public, and they're consisted of 12 Buddhist caves, 17 Hindu caves, 5 Jain caves, and they were built very close to each other to illustrate religious harmony that exists in India. Isn't that amazing?
That is.
Thousands of languages are spoken all over India. But there are really 22 recognized languages, and of course Hindu and English. But then there's Bengali, Marathi, Telugu, Tamil, Urdu, Kannada, Odia, Punjabi. So, yeah. Can you imagine? I wonder how they communicate with each other. I suppose English and Hindi. Yeah. Alright. So, quite exciting. Your co-worker, I wonder what language it is that she speaks, but yeah.
So she's from Gujarat, which is actually the home of Gandhi.
Wow.
I'm not 100% sure what language she speaks.
Okay.
It's more west of India.
Okay.
So yeah.
Great. Learned a lot today. You know, one of the interesting things for me about traveling like this is that we can go to so many different locations. I'm sure if we were to go to India, it would have been almost impossible to travel to all of these locations. It's such a vast country, you know. So, virtual travel, I recommend it to everybody.
So the last place that we're going to is the Chan Brewery, and these are Stepwells located in Rajasthan. Hopefully, I think I just muddled that completely off, but I'll have words. Okay. It actually, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a stepwell, because that's not something that we tend to have in Jamaica, but it's like a pond or a well or a pool, basically a pool or body of water that can only be accessed by the steps. So the steps generally like form the walls of the well, and yeah, that's basically how you get to it. For the Chan Brewery, it has 3,500 narrow steps.
Wow.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful in there, and it is 100 feet down or into the ground. Yeah, and it steps over 13 stories.
Wow.
making it one of the largest stepwells in India.
Wow.
Wow. But yeah.
Another fun fact for me was the fact that snakes and ladders originated in India.
They probably just had a whole bunch of steps. Yeah.
And so did chess. So we saw the Egyptians playing board games last week. Maybe they got it from India.
Maybe. But yeah, guys, so now we are going to try our dessert. Let's try one. Yeah, it's like a cookie. It's basically.
In Jamaica, we have something that looks like this. That is jackass corn.
Yeah, but this
is much harder.
Yeah, it's a lot softer.
It's very soft.
Almost, I think could it be like a cardamom? I'm getting my spice game up, guys. I don't know if it's a cardamom, but there is like a little bit of a spice that is like permeating through the biscuit.
Very good.
It's really good.
So how did you enjoy your stay?
It was good. It was good. I feel like it could have been longer because there's so much to do in India.
So much to do in India.
Yeah.
Which is the place you most want to visit?
Honestly, I would love to see the stepwells. I'd love, because there's, I mean, I've only shown you one, guys, but there's at least 7 or 8 that they've shown me that all have incredible histories. People have, you know, how they originated. There was one where the guy who created the stepwell and you know had builders, he ended up killing off the builders just to ensure that they couldn't recreate another stepwell somewhere
crazy
else. Yeah, but they're magnificent, so it's kind of like you kind of understand why, but let's not do that.
Yeah, I think my favorite place, or a place I'm just very looking forward to going to see, is the market. I want to see I want to buy some goods. And I'd love to buck up them, you know, doing a movie or something in Bollywood. Yeah, I'd love to see something like that. Right. And so what was your favorite food?
I'm gonna have to say the popcorn.
Oh,
it's kind of weird, but because it was such a different experience in terms of what we know popcorn to be and what popcorn is, you know, or pop sautas in India. It's quite an interesting experience, but yeah, I like that. It was really nice.
Mine was somewhere between the chickpeas and the dessert.
Yeah.
The Jamaican jackass corn, that's a soft version. It was really good.
It was really, really good. Yeah. So guys, thank you for joining us on another episode of Penning the Real Meal. I hope that you liked India and the experience as much as we did. And hopefully we will get to go there in real life one day. Until then, I'm Cymone.
And I'm Jacqueline.
And this has been Penning the Real Meal. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.